70s are for quitters.
Hey, everybody, we are Dicey Decisions. And we're here with our Twist of Fate campaign. Taking these intrepid heroes from level 3 all the way out to level 20 as we run through Turn of Fortune's Wheel from Planescape into Vecna Eve of Ruin as they progress through certain aspects of the Book of Many Things as well. So we've kind of mashed up all three of these products and made a campaign out of it, and it's been a lot of fun thus far. However, we are only at level 6 at this point in time.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
Well, yours. Get good. I don't know.
Yeah, make progress, scrub.
Especially as the only one with a character who's died in both campaigns. Get good.
We don't know if Kalen 1 died.
Fair enough.
Kalen Prime.
Kalen Prime.
In this campaign,
that's a value judgment. I don't know.
In this campaign, the adventurers have been brought from their homeworlds into Sigil with loss of complete memory of who they were. As their memories have started to piece together and come back, they realize that they were an adventuring group, but they don't have their full memories back. Pieces and parts keep popping up as we go along of their memories, and they're trying to figure out what brought them here. In part of this, they have gotten help from a local casino owner who is on the hunt for their rogue Modron, who happened to go rogue right at the same time that these folks showed up in Sigil. And there seems to be some sort of connection between this Modron's fate and their own. So now they are traveling through the Outlands trying to trace down this Modron. Recently, their first attempt to find the Modron took them to Automata, the gate city leading to Mechanus, where they were not able to find said Modron, but they did find another card from the Deck of Many Things that was left behind. And the assumption is now being made that these cards are some sort of calling sign of this Modron or attached to this Modron in some way. They have found a card in a construct that they had to put back together, which is a Mimir who is leading them through the Outlands with missing information about several of the gate towns, which is their clue of possible locations to find the missing Modron. They traveled instead of having to wait in line to get to the gate to have their Modron restore its database, they did a favor for a local constable there in Automata, and were able to thwart what was it? Who did you? Oh, a Slod and several other devils that were.
I thought you meant we thwarted the paperwork department.
We also thwarted the paperwork department.
Well, not really, because we had a little birdie standing in line to do the whole thing.
He was collecting all the papers.
Yes, but in doing so, they found they received a monetary reward, as well as the ability to skip through all the needed paperwork and get themselves right up to the gate, which brought back the memory for the data storage for the Mimir, who now has all the information about the gate town Automata, and is staring at you, inquiring where to next.
That is an excellent question.
That is an excellent question.
Should I call our house?
Yeah, I mean, where's the closest next?
Well, closest is kind of a weird soup here.
True.
Well, I believe we got led to this one by asking the card.
Who's got the card now?
Me.
This will end well.
Probably.
A strong gust of wind will kill you.
Yep. That's true.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thanks. I'm sure nothing bad will happen.
It never does.
But also, the Mimir told us that there's 6 places the Mimir doesn't know. So, and we kind of want to go to the next one, right?
Yeah.
Do we have stuff we want to ask the card yet? Really? I mean, I got a couple questions, but I can't think of anything really pressing.
Where can we get some excellent tapas?
Maybe we just go to the closest one.
Again,
I should not have
closest is weird because
Kind
the
of.
distance to everything is a little funky here.
A wishy-washy a little bit.
Yeah. But I think like when we looked at that map, the town next to this one, while maybe not the closest currently, was an E1 and a R1?
Excelsior.
And Regis? I can't.
Regis?
Something like that?
Yeah. Which
What
were the
plane?
ones that were scary?
I think Regis is a scary one. Pretty sure.
Let's go to that one.
No.
Map.
No.
I would like to go, if we're going to go like in order of like where we are, whether or not it's distance wise, I would like to go the direction that heads me towards Arvindor, which I think is
But
connected
it's a
to
circle.
Yeah.
Either way we go goes towards Arvindor.
Yeah, but
But-
one
Like a
way could be
clockwork
shorter than the
cursor.
other.
She didn't say distance.
And as a reminder, distance here is wibbly wobbly at best.
Right.
It could be shorter this way. It could be shorter that way.
Listen, I just want to go home.
Don't we all?
Just to visit. I don't need to stay, but you know,
I mean,
I think I have a house there.
You have a house here. It has 4 legs.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did a pretty
we're
good job
renting.
securing it. My
Kind
interest
of.
rate is so low.
Can we have the map of Scott of the Outlands?
You surely can.
Thank you so much.
He didn't think to put that one on the hot bar.
It is on the hot bar.
No, it's not.
It's in slot 12, so it's going to be in my hot bar always.
There you go. Okay, so we are in Automata, Regis or Excelsior. Regis, go, yeah, and Excelsior. Yeah, Excelsior is a lot nicer.
The path looks easier to get there too.
I don't. Well, I mean,
I'm not
yeah.
sure how many of us will survive Celestia versus Acheron.
Well, theoretically, we didn't have to go to Mechanus, so I don't know that we have to go to the place. It's just the town is informed by the place, and
That is
So-
very true.
probably Excelsior is a little nicer than a place informed by Acheron. I'm just throwing that out there, and just throwing that out there.
I agree. I
But
agree.
I'm pretty sure one of us will end up in jail. Let's go!
Cal, what do you think?
Certainly.
Just don't break the law.
I don't understand.
Hey, Cal.
Okay, so I guess we know who's gonna be in jail. Good.
I have no opinion. I believe the quicker we conquer all 7, the quicker we shall find this drone. And perhaps even before we are finished, we shall find it, catch it, and wrest the information from it. So,
Do you have any idea what the bestest is?
The bestest or the bestest?
The bestest. It's right here on the map.
What would a soul know about it? As a soul would know at least something about it.
It's between Automata and Regus.
Well, Asol probably would if Asol had their full memories. So let's see
There.
if you know. You can make any one of your knowledge checks you want. Any intelligence-based check you wish.
Well, I will choose to do Arcana. With an 18 on the die, total of 22.
Yeah, as soon as you hear that name, it sparks a memory. You've actually been there. Although this is a walled city surrounded by deserts and marshes, situated near the banks of the river Ma'at. It was founded by a god of learning. It draws sages and scholars with the promise of knowledge, for its library is said to hold answer to any question one could ask.
Tell me more.
However, that answer would be housed in an endless repository, which might prove futile for speedy, for wishing some speedy answers.
That's really not going to dissuade him
I heard
at
a
all.
lot of books.
It is rumored that people die of old age
Oh,
in
Again,
the library.
not helpful.
I'm really liking the sound of this place.
Let's go the
This is
opposite direction.
This is like my retirement home. I'm retiring here.
I think I just stay there forever.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we go the opposite direction, go all the way back around the ring, we'll have finished,
And
and you
there.
guys end there.
Yes. So it's on the list as where you want to finish,
I'm just taking some notes
which
about
means
the
we need to go
bestest.
the other way.
So north to Excelsior.
North-ish to
Like
To
north,
Excelsior.
northeast. Yeah.
Yep.
If
I'll,
direction is
pull
a
out-
thing here.
clockwise to Excelsior.
And whether or
I'll
not
pull
that,
out.
that takes us over Fortitude will be up to fate, I suppose.
I mean, you can have.
We can drive. We can
We
just
can
go
choose
around.
to stop there.
Well, I'm
Fate-
saying, like, it could be hundreds of miles one way or the other. We're not aiming for it. We may stumble on it.
Actually, you're not wrong. That's a very good point. Fortitude might find us.
Right.
Yeah.
That is
We might go
fair.
to sleep on the ground and wake up in Fortitude.
That is fair.
But we're going to sleep in our house, and our house is going to carry
Oh,
us.
fair.
Yeah.
So-
I'll take out my Rocky Talkie and call our friend.
Oh, you want me to just send a message? I can.
Well, no, I got it.
Yeah, of course.
Breaker
They kinda-
19, Breaker 19, what's your 20?
They kind of made a plan.
So I'll take out the Rocky Talkie. Hello, we're ready to move now. Are you nearby? An automata?
I'm right outside the gate where you left me.
Oh, I wasn't sure that you would. Okay,
We're
she's
coming.
outside.
Be right there.
Well, that's easy.
Turn on the heated seats.
Start.
Fair enough. So
skipping.
you make your way back, and you see your nestled little walking fortress nestled outside the gate, and you are able to say goodbye to the linear streets and the uninspired architecture.
I'm gonna grab a set of the papers that Elpis had, and just grab a set of them to give to our friend, because I don't know that they have been inside of Automata, so maybe it'll be something that'll be interesting to them.
Very cool. Easily done. And you make your way out, you get back, and Zathir is standing in the room with the Castilian ready to give commands of where to go next, assuming you're ready to go somewhere.
Yeah, Zathir, I think we're heading to Excelsior.
Oh, excellent. Okay.
Have you
been there?
Taking all of the lawful routes first, I see.
Just getting the boring ones out of the way.
Well, laws are not necessarily boring, and she starts to go on and on about.
It's like, yeah, that's a gift. We should. whoa.
I know who I'm talking to.
They put the awful in lawful.
They
Yes.
sure do.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, I got a law lecture.
Yes. But she sets the fortress to motion. It kind of creeps up onto its legs, which is still very disconcerting, and begins walking, but eventually it stabilizes out and your body gets used to the motion of it once again as you move across town.
Is there any manual steering?
No.
Dang.
Brandy,
Yes.
please roll me 3d6.
Oh,
Were you trying to drift our house?
Yes.
you said 3?
Yes.
Real good.
6, 4, and 4? 14?
It takes 14 days to get there. So
Oh
you
my
have
god.
time.
You said roll good. I tried.
How many books do you think Quinn and Gil can get through in 14 days?
Hundreds.
Thousands.
Non-stop reading and note-taking. Oh, wait. In that time, actually, would I be able to copy down a spell?
Yeah, in 14 days, yeah.
Well, I don't know if I have the money. I started with some money, pretty sure.
We just got
paid.
2,000 gold, so
Oh,
yeah, you've got
yeah.
the money.
I think I distributed all of that already.
Silly
Yeah, I
me,
think you
how
did.
could I possibly forget? Then I would like to copy down Animate Dead.
Oh, no reason.
I trust you to do your own bookkeeping and make that happen. That's
In those 14 days, did we level?
No.
I will see what can happen.
I mean, unless you were constantly beating the shit out of each other for 14 days.
Hey, Asol,
Cal, come on.
you got a plan.
So 4 of us leveled.
That's right. That is correct.
The fucking nerds read books. We level.
And Amanda
In-
leveled because she got tired of us and she kept like smacking us to shut up. So
I was going to say, I spent 14 days, just in the library throwing spitballs at the two nerds.
The nerds.
Doesn't even know. There's like a cake up on his home.
No, actually, in my 14 days of downtime, I would like to grab Vora and Zathir and have like a good old fashioned like sleepover. So like we'll hole up in the upstairs with the crystal and lock the boys all out and just like
giggle,
I don't know, giggle, and I'll do their makeup and stuff and
drink,
teach
wine.
them teach them little dances. Yeah.
Nice.
Easily done as you spend time traversing. You do notice that the landscape kind of changes. You go through some very barren desert. You cross a couple of rivers. You see mountains off to the distance. You do see in the distance the gate town of Fortitude, but you are able to stay clear of it unless you wish to go there. It looks like a very well manicured town.
Oh wait.
Is there
Oh yeah, they are.
anything special about the river that we cross over that we noticed?
I didn't realize that they were arranged around the circle in alignment order. That's interesting.
Yes,
The lawful
they are.
ones are. It just dawned on me that they are in like clockwise in alignment order.
So good to bad. Okay.
The thing you would notice crossing the river, you do see that there are a bunch of like river barges, river boats that look to be ferrying denizens up and down the rivers. All of them are manned by what appear to be, to your eyes, gnomes. They are the sailors of these rivers. That would be about the most noticeable thing is, but your walking fortress can easily cross them.
Okay. Another question I have for this downtime. Would this library, it's available to all of us, right? The library in the house?
The one in
Yeah, but you might have to fight a rabid kender for some books. But other than that, yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, I can have that rabid kender help me because I would like to look up a couple things.
Okay, remembering that this was a facility dedicated into studying Sigil in the Outlands.
Understood.
So
100%.
That's pretty much what you're.
Yeah.
What you have access to. So give that knowledge in mind with what your questions you have.
Yeah. I want to look up all these cities that we're going to, these 6 remaining ones, and just learn facts about them, which you don't have to tell me now, but if
storing up a bank of information.
Yeah, just basic, like, what is it like, where to go, like a tour guide.
Okay,
or
so
a travel
are
guide.
you doing this on your own, or are you asking for help from your compatriots? Or
I'm asking Zathir and Quinn at the very least, and then
Gil would probably also be in the room. But yes,
Gil.
I'm more than happy to help look for books.
Yeah,
certainly.
That sounds great.
Yeah. So I just want to find out about maybe all the cities, but especially the 6 that we need to go to.
Okay. So are you going for anything specific, or just like the generic
General
order?
facts, like what we're looking at when we go in, and who we need to potentially talk to.
Who
Also,
the denizens are, major power brokers or
Right.
groups that have influence in the city type. You know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. Like
State bird.
Well, it's like, if we had known a little bit beforehand, we might have known how to grease the wheels on Automata a little easier, kind of thing, because we know that we have to go to the administration building because that's the only way to get anything done, right? Like that type of information, I think.
Yeah, and
Fair
also what to look out for, like what kind of, like the guys who are trying to kill us in Sigil. I want to know whose people are and who to avoid.
Yeah. Actually, that is a good point. We haven't really. I would like to know while we're doing this. My question would be like, I'd like to get some more information specifically on the time cops that are chasing us. Who kind of runs them? Any information I can find out about them, where they're headquartered, that type of thing. If they have jurisdiction in the Outlands.
Yeah, and I feel like once we get rolling, I can just step back and let Gil and Quinn just delve away, come up with all the info while I go train for 14 days.
Gotcha. So, given that, give me an investigation check to see what information you pull up from the cities.
May I give Quinn? Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if I have proficiency in that. If I don't, I can't give advantage.
Well, if you're helping, you can give advantage.
Okay, then I will give Quinn and or Gil advantage as we dig through this stuff.
Yeah, so let's divide and conquer, right? So I asked the question I started getting curious about the time cops, so I probably delved off into my own little rabbit hole about the time cops while Gil looked up stuff about the gate town. So Gil, why don't you make this investigation check and I'll make the next one. So I don't hog all the dice.
Love it. So who wants to go first?
I can go first if it's just an investigation check.
Mm-hmm.
With advantage, though, right?
With advantage.
Oh, okay. We got a click that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it's in my skills. Investigation. $23.
Excellent. So yes, you are able to find several books about the different cities that Calistrick was wanting to find information on, and you're able to glean this knowledge rather than spit it all to you right now, unless you're going to change course.
No.
And not go towards this city. We'll say you have it when we're headed there. Or next time you're choosing between cities, I can give you several and you
Totally.
can make a choice.
Yeah.
But
cool.
For the one you're headed towards, for Excelsior, this is the gate town to the heavenly plain of Mount Celestia. It welcomes any who are willing to embrace the lofty ideals of good and law.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Good-hearted characters are drawn to the city, feel immediately a part of this city, and that helps the city kind of self-perpetuate. The people who like being here are good people, and therefore good people like being here. It's kind of a cyclical thing. And as long as you mean no evil intent, you are welcome in the city walls. There also is physically, the city is made up of several towers and causeways between the towers, but some of the palaces and whatnot actually exist up on clouds that float in the sky. And it looks, the city has a look, and you see this in one of the books, has a look of like a chandelier with these castles floating on clouds.
Mhm.
And it's actually, they call it the chandelier. And there is a very popular gathering place in the main part of the city called the Forum, where people come and debate theories, ideologies, things like that. And it is very popular. A lot of the town folks enjoy that kind of a, good spirited discussion kind of debate type thing.
Is
The
this where
gate,
those dog angels would have lived? The ones
yes,
that we play baseball. Got it.
correct. And there are a lot of celestial beings that reside here, as well as humanoids.
Okay.
So that's what you would know about this one. So
Anything to avoid?
nothing
Just
came
not.
up as
Don't be a
anything.
bad guy.
Yeah, I mean, evil acts are not tolerated.
Right. Got it. Cool.
So-
Cool.
No,
So
no,
don't be a dick.
Oh, well, you did exceed a 20. One other thing is the location of the gate to Mount Celestia. It exists in what is known as the God Strand, which is the tallest tower. The tower rivals the size of the spire,
Ooh.
and it goes up into a cloud where you cannot see the top of it, where it is rumored that that's where the actual gate is, in the inside of that tower. And it's believed that the tower is about a mile high.
Lord.
Mile High Club.
No evil where you can see.
That's not evil. Totally normal.
Oh my
It's
god.
a blessed thing.
It's not evil. It's totally.
All right, so time cops. What do we know
Time
about the time cops? 21 for the time cops.
Yeah. Okay. So now you're wanting to know about the groups that tried to kick your ass back in Sigil, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
I want to know who captured by Kalen. Well, sort of. Yeah, I want to know who's trying to kill me. Is really the deal, and I would like to know where I can expect them to show up. Is that like everywhere? Like, where is their jurisdiction, or is it just Sigil that they're going to jump us? You know what I mean? Because we haven't seen them since we left Sigil, but that doesn't mean that they're not following us.
So you were remembering that there were 3 factions actually involved in the final battle versus you and your friends.
Mhm.
You were the primary group that had been hassling you from the start was the Harmonium. Their
Okay.
motto is "Who enforce peace through might."
Okay.
Cops, right? Like cops. They're authoritarians. They look at existence and see only 2 states: war and peace. Right? That's it. Either things are bad or they're good. There's no in between. Right? And they're pushing for peace, but their only way to achieve it in their eyes is through
The jackboot.
jackbooting. Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you would have been with that check with above a 20. You would know that many of the members are good-natured protectors, protecting the citizens. Some among the rank, though, pursue unity at any cost. So that also attracts some people who have a sense of cruelty to them and those kind of things. You
So
would know
cops.
that the head commander, the Harmonium captain, is Factal Sarin. So you have a name. And their primary goal, they have patrols throughout the city. They keep the records of all the arrests that they make and throw people in the cage, which is the prison where you guys saw it past that.
Mhm.
They work closely with the other 2 organizations that you also saw, which is the Fraternity of Order and the Mercy Killers. And it's kind of like, we do it this way, you guys do it slightly different than we do, and sometimes we need your slightly different to get the job done.
Yep. Okay. So different. All right. But the other thing that I heard there is in the city.
Correct.
These are Sigil specific factions. So they
Correct.
are not in their jurisdiction in Automata or Excelsior, really, or any of these other places. They have to behave like these places expect people to behave in them. They don't have
Correct.
free reign.
Now, the land between Sigil and any one of these gate towns is the Wild West, all intents and purposes.
Sure. Like the
Right?
marshal could kind of show up like that, but we're roaming around the old West at this point. We're not necessarily
Right.
under their jurisdiction, and they could pop out of a portal at any moment and be like, "Fuck you."
Right. I mean, might they have those kind of resources to pop out anywhere they want and do that? Maybe. Might they have agents that exist in these other, in the informants that exist in these other, but you're not seeing anybody wearing their colors or providing that function in the 2 gate town, the other gate town. In Automata, you didn't see that. They had their
Gotcha.
own guards. They had their own
That's
security.
okay. Perfect. That's what I'm trying to get at. That's exactly perfect.
These orders are all Sigil.
Okay.
Right. So in addition to the Harmonium, the Fraternity of Order, their motto is "Who discover laws to find truth." They examine existence through the lens of 3 different tenets. Laws are representations of power, knowledge is power, and knowledge of law is the ultimate power. By understanding those laws, individuals can exploit them or break them under the right circumstances. So they're the lawyer faction of this kind of thing.
They're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct.
Exactly.
Understood.
Exactly. And then the mercy killers are those who bring justice to the deserving. These
I
are
see.
more your Batmans, right? These
I
are more
got it.
your
Officio Assassinorum.
yeah.
Okay, why were we deserving? The fuck?
We broke the law.
Uh-huh.
Listen, I woke up about to be embalmed. I feel like the law was already broken when they tried to embalm a live person.
Perhaps.
Fair enough.
I think the us being alive was the law breaking part.
That's the law
I
you
can't
broke.
help that.
You didn't
not
die.
You lived.
Shout out to my fiance for getting me this amazing Bluetooth coffee mug that
Yeah.
keeps my coffee at the temperature I want to keep it at.
That's crazy that it even exists.
Bluetooth coffee.
Which one gave you that?
Which
Shut your
fiance?
mouth.
Which fiance? Is that what you're trying to say? You're trying to get me in trouble?
Yes.
The other
one
ones
in
are
the stream.
girlfriends.
All those weekly trips to Austin. I get it. I get it.
I haven't seen him in 3 months. That's all I'm saying.
That's a lie.
That is a lie.
You dirty liar.
All right, so that's a couple of days of researching and whatnot. You guys get that information with some of your downtime, as well as, anything else you guys want to handle in this time, this idle time, obviously. If there's anything specific anybody wants to do, we're not going to role play out, 14 days. But you have time if there's anything you wanted to accomplish beyond the research.
You mean you don't want to role play the 3 ladies having a Spice Girls night?
I mean, you totally can, but I'm here to tell you the gift isn't going to say much.
I'm totally Scary Spice. That's all I gotta say. Vora has actually taken to
Turns out the gift is Baby Spice, ironically.
I was gonna make the same joke.
That's funny. Actually, I think Vora's more Sporty Spice, but she's gonna start like touching up and wearing like nothing else, but like she's gonna keep on with the whole lip gloss thing. Like
Nice.
she's taken to it a little bit, but
I
she
do
doesn't
not
want
like
anyone
it.
to know. She's kind of like,
It is far too different.
it's not different.
It's just shiny lips.
That's all it is.
I cannot look at you and see anything else.
But her lips?
Ah.
Is that a good
That
thing or
sounds
a
like
bad
a
thing?
that sounds like a you problem.
Sounds like a strange error of perception.
By day
one of-
2, Kaylin is bored and
Oh, God.
is rearranging everything in the thing, trying to get it the perfect angles. And also, he is going to be climbing the outside and walking on the guardrails, trying to get a sense, work on his balance, work on his climbing, just to stay in shape.
Excellent. You are easily able to do those kind of things. The gift caretaker gets a little nervous when she sees you the first couple times, but then realizes that if you fall, you fall, and you'll
Yeah.
I would like to give him coaching lessons while walking parallel on the guardrails.
You're
horizontal.
coaching.
Perpendicular.
You're
Yeah,
oh,
perpendicular.
okay.
Yeah.
You're on the outside, just spider
Yes.
climbing.
If I were to spend an hour each of these days going outside and walking around alongside the tower, would I find a skeleton at any point in these 14 days? Some
You would.
ex-adventurer or some person who just got unlucky.
Or that one we killed earlier,
That one too.
You can try to spot like one down on the ground, but you are so far above the ground it would be really hard to see them if you just
Well, you
happen
can
to
use
randomly...
Elpis.
That's what I was saying. Like, scout with Elpis, see if I can find a skeleton or a body. Doesn't have to be a skeleton.
I'm just saying, maybe walking into Excelsior with an undead is a
they're
bad
not
idea.
coming with us. I'm putting that shit in my closet. That's for later.
Why are you ruining my fun, Justin?
Skeletons in the closet.
I'm sure the Hound Archons won't mind when you walk your undead into the city.
I'm not a necromancer. What are you talking about? No, but do I find one though?
Are you
It's very
saying
important.
skeletons are evil? I don't think so. Not inherently. It's
They're
not
incredibly
skeleton isn't
neutral.
evil. It's the wielder of the skeleton.
Precisely.
And
Necromancy
Jerry's
is
great. Jerry's a good guy.
You do find skeletal remains on one of the days. You do find some skeletal remains as you're going through a kind of like a rocky bit of terrain. You find it is not of a humanoid.
Mm.
It is of some sort of bird type creature, but a large, like medium-sized game term bird.
Oh.
Like a big ostrich kind of thing.
So, in other words, what that would mean in game terms is it's still a skeleton, a medium skeleton,
Oh,
Well, it has
but it
to
just
be,
looks like a bird.
I think it has to be
to be
humanoid.
humanoid.
Oh, it has to be humanoid.
It does. It does.
Not anymore.
Unless you say it doesn't for flavor, because I think that's really cool.
I mean, what is the spell?
It says the spell creates an undead servant. Choose a pile of bones or a corpse of a medium or small humanoid within range. Your spell imbues the target with a foul mimicry of life, raising an undead creature.
We'll
And the
make
target
it.
becomes a
We'll
skeleton.
make it a Kenku skeleton, so you're covered.
There we
There we
go.
go.
So, one of these days, Elpis will find that. I'll ask everyone if we can park for a minute with the building. I'll go outside, raise the skeleton, and I will say, "Come on, chitters, let's go. We have to go back to the group." Throw a tarp over it, and walk it back inside and stuff it in a closet if there is one.
That's easily done. You have storage rooms off of your bedrooms there.
Welcome.
Why
to
is
the
your
team,
sleeping
chitters.
bag moving?
Animate object. It's a fun spell. You should try
Oh.
it sometime.
You'll have to teach me.
Am I within earshot of this? I think I know that's not a spell.
Animate objects is a spell.
Yeah. I'll make an Arcana check on that dark energy oozing out from under the
That's
tarp.
just my sleeping bag. It does that by itself, actually. Mold problem, you'd never guess.
Don't joke about mold.
Those mic.
We've lost friends to
And
mold.
are you trying to? Are you really like seriously trying to hide from? your
No,
friends that you
there's
have
skeleton feet sticking
skeleton?
out the bottom.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see that this is obviously a skeleton.
Don't
I
mind
gave him
me.
the scroll.
Yeah, everyone knows I have animate dead. I'm
Oh,
slowly
that's right.
walking it into the closet. Like, come on, in you go.
Yeah.
Did you name it?
We're just giving him
my
shit. We're just giving
sleeping
him shit
bag.
about it.
Who would name their sleeping bag? That is a ridiculous thing to do.
Okay. Don't judge.
Have you named your sleeping bag?
Yeah, it's Matilda.
Well, now I am beginning to think I should have. Ronald. That's a good name, I think.
Ooh, Ronald is a great name.
Anyway, away with you, Ronald. Push it in the closet.
Do you believe in magic?
So just when you think this trip is interminably long, you actually do arrive at the gates of Excelsior. Floating gardens and palaces orbit the towering structures of Excelsior. From amid the tallest building rises a tower of alabaster and gleaming colored glass that reaches into the clouds. As you approach the gate, your mimir rings like a bell and its eyes pulse with a golden light.
Can you long rest us?
Yes.
You guys know that we're gonna have to walk to the top of this stupid fucking tower.
Oh, I sincerely hope not. I can cast
Yeah.
fly.
I hope we don't.
Oh, you know
have to
what?
go-
Me too.
I welcome the chance to climb every step. It is leg day.
Not for these old little twigs.
I'm really hoping that we don't have to try to get to the gate to Celestia, but you know.
But we have to get the Mimir close enough.
Well, we just have
You
to
don't know
find the
that.
card. We just have to find the card. We don't really care if the Mimir remembers this place.
I will poke the Mimir,
Boink.
What are you poking him with?
my finger.
Okay.
Just seeing, are you awake?
I,
It's not attuned to me.
I am always awake.
Why are your eyes glowing?
I don't know.
Do you have information on Excelsior and Celestia?
File not found.
Great.
Yep, we're going all the way up. so we
We're
can-
going!
I told you.
How fun.
It's like nobody listens to me here.
Bora, I shall race you to the top.
Let's do this.
I still don't think we have to reset the Mimir. We just have to find the card.
But I pause and say, wait, and then I put more lip gloss on.
That is so distracting. I put Quinn on my shoulder and start running.
I actually don't know how to fly. How interesting.
If Vora beats you, we get to put lip gloss on you.
Quinn's like, I was still talking!
So as you guys enter in towards the city, a strange ball of golden light kind of floats towards you, and you see that it inside this ball of light. You see this what looks to be this golden metallic looking face forms, although it still seems very ephemeral, not solid. And it pops up in front of you and smiles and says, "Welcome to Excelsior."
Thanks, we're famous baseball players.
Hello.
Really? That's quite
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, there was a game recently. You might know one of the teams. We won.
We played on the team for Shariel.
All of us did. Yep. Every single one.
Yeah.
You can make a deception check to the Lantern
Wait,
Archon.
Can I roll my portent dice first?
Yes, you should.
Number 1 on the portent table is a 13, and number 2 on the portent table is a 5. So what
To
we're
be
gonna
fair,
do-
putting a mole on the other team is still playing for
Exactly.
Shariel's team.
You were
I'm
playing
Technically
that team.
cheating.
technically not lying.
Getting to a lawful good Archon that you cheated.
But if
Hey, the fraternity
Listen.
of order would be totally on your side.
a 19.
I'm just saying. Confession, right?
But you were trying to do the right thing for the child.
For an angel that has very low insight.
And the Archon says, "Oh, that's excellent. I'm glad you were able to help us win. That's wonderful. What's your business here in Excelsior? How can I help you?"
I'm just gonna look
we're-
around.
We're
TK
looking
Modron.
for a missing Modron.
We don't
We think
get
he
many Modrons here. You probably want to go to Mechanist through Automata. That's where
Been
Modrons
there.
are.
We just
did
came,
try.
we just came from there. We talked to the magistrates. We waited in line for a really long time, and we think he might have left and come here. So here we are.
Well, I haven't seen any, and I can maybe I could find you if I come across any.
That would be fantastic. That would be really helpful.
Our Mimir is also busted.
Oh, yes. We need to get it to the portal and sync up its database.
Interesting. Well, the portal's in the large tower right there at the top of the God Strand. You're welcome to head up.
You ready?
Well,
We
We
just-
don't have to have paperwork or anything.
Oh no, why would you need paperwork?
could we?
Authorizations.
No, I mean, it will. The tower sorts itself out for who belongs in it and who doesn't.
Oh,
How
no.
do you know if you belong at the tower?
Oh, dear.
It's a test of endurance.
Bora just taps Cal on this arm and just takes off.
Purses. I take off with Quinn on my shoulder.
I was still talking.
It's never gonna get old.
Looking at the Archon, I'll say, is there anyone who could give us a lift, or is the tower, do we just have to walk, or?
Oh, well,
Are there
you should
windows
be-
at the top?
No, there are no windows at
Fuck.
the top where the gate is. You should be. It doesn't take that long. It's only about a 20-minute walk up the tower.
Stairs. Can I look at his thighs and see how
The orb?
shapely
He doesn't
his
have
thighs
the
are?
He's an orb.
The winged
orb.
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 You did say orb. Does this orb have massive thighs?
God, I hope so.
Look at the gams on
does
that orb.
now.
What does his propulsion system look like?
Hachi mama.
Oh god.
Lantern
gonna cry.
Archons have a movement of 0. They have a fly speed of 60, though. But he
Are
did
there-
say most creatures take about 18 minutes to walk up the tower.
Do you have like employees who go to the top of the tower all the time?
There are some guards that go up if there's any trouble, and sometimes we have to go up and retrieve people who have not been able to handle their the amount of piety that exists in the tower.
Piety.
It overwhelms some people. You do know where you are, right? You do know where the gate or where the portal in the top of the tower goes, correct?
I mean, yeah, I don't want to go through the portal. I just need to get close to it.
Oh, right. But those who are seeking entrance to the portal need to prove their worthiness.
What
Good luck, Laura.
happens? Just, you know, hypothetically asking for a friend. What would happen if you don't
If you don't what?
prove your worth?
Oh,
Or the tower doesn't like you?
most people just exhaust themselves on the way up, and we have to go retrieve them and bring them down till they feel better.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't kill you.
Oh, no, that would be horrible.
Interesting. Okay.
Second question.
huh.
What are your opinion on the Fae?
Well, there are some Fae that are quite honorable, and some that are not. Most of them are a bit chaotic for my tastes.
Are they allowed here?
I wouldn't see why not if they have no ill intent.
Outstanding. I cast Summon Fae, make it pick me up, and let it carry me up the stairs.
What Fae do you summon?
I have the option. I'm pretty sure with the new one, isn't it just one type of Fae, or are there multiple now?
I don't know. I don't know the spell. Let's look it up. Spells.
None of the websites are all updated yet. Oh,
Lorelei's gonna just skip over to Aesol and just tap him on the shoulder and then lift her arms up in the air.
This may get bumpy.
Summon Fae.
we'll do
That's fine.
Merfolk.
Maybe next time we're in town, I'll buy like
I love how you've summoned a small creature to carry you
Oh,
upstairs.
they're
Yeah.
small?
Yeah.
I thought they were okay. The old ones were medium.
It's like
They're
asking
all
Quinn.
small.
It's like asking Quinn to carry you up the stairs. I'm like 3'4". Sure.
It's almost cruel.
Okay, so I don't do that. Oh, got all 5e on the brain. Okay. I walk like a person. Ugh. How painful.
I'll So maybe next time we go to town, I'll buy like a large, like one of those large tapestry type like slings, and you can just like baby Bjorn me on your back.
If that makes you more comfortable.
It sure would. If I don't have to walk a mile up the stairs, disgusting.
All right, so you guys head into the tower and begin walking up the stairs.
Alan walks up on his hands.
Some of us against our will and faster than they might have wanted. But
Yeah, some of
Laura's
us,
leading the way.
Quinn's just getting shaken baby syndrome.
some of us are already at the top. Like,
After about your first minute of the tower, I need Constitution saving throws from everybody who doesn't have a G in their alignment.
Yuck.
That's an interesting way to put it.
That'll be me.
what did you, Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
22.
Ooh, lordy. 13.
Con save. It's gonna be bad.
Am I the only one with a G in their alignment?
You might
Not rolling.
17.
Okay.
8.
All right.
We've had this discussion. Aso and Kalen are the only good people.
Are the
in
only
right.
good character.
It's true.
Not bad.
I'm neutral,
so far.
okay?
Evil or
Me
anything.
too.
That's the guy with a skeleton literally in his closet.
Ignore that part, please.
I like books.
All in good fun, right?
Yeah.
I think it's funny that it's just going to be Lorelai and Quinn that are not exhausted. We're just like skipping up the stairs of Vora and Cal. Just
Lorelai's
dead, like,
being carried, so it makes sense that she's not exhausted.
There it is, the exhaustion condition.
Well, Vora, it's going to be an interesting climb.
I'm already there.
Oh, you have to do that 18 times?
Huh?
I'm going to die.
If you get 6, you die.
So, the exhausted condition in the new book. While you have exhausted condition, you experience the following effects. The condition is cumulative. Each time you receive it, you gain 1 exhaustion level. If you die if your exhaustion level hits 6. When you make a D20 test, the roll is reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. Your speed is reduced by a number of feet equal to 5 times your exhaustion level.
Whoa.
Removing exhaustion levels, finishing a long rest removes 1 of your exhaustion levels. So, right now, based on that roll,
Who's got them a mirror?
I do.
Oh no.
Hey, would anyone like to take this from me? I'm feeling rather woozy.
based on that roll, Gil and Vora, you each gain 1 level of exhaustion. So let
Where
me
do
see
we
if I
put
can...
those?
I think I have a way to do that. Hold on.
Oh my god, I can't wait to die on these stairs and become a new man.
Well,
With every level of
Literally-
exhaustion,
You
it's
can
harder
walk
to resist the next level.
Eventually you won't have a movement speed that's actually enough to get you to take the next level of exhaustion. You will literally just fall over on the stairs. You will just stop.
Unless...
You'll stop moving before you die, probably.
I'll
Maybe.
drag him up.
Guys, we're on the stairway to heaven.
Correct.
I'm going to die before I even get to use my skeleton.
So in
Kellen's there, walking up on his hands.
if I could ask you in the meantime, Justin, could you look up if they've done something for exhaustion differently in the new rule set on Fantasy Grounds?
I can test it on myself.
Great. Because there's no condition for exhausted that I have, so I would have to make one.
Make the new feat exhausted.
Because it used to just be exhaustion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you had to put a number.
You
Yep.
know what would be a cool feat in D&D?
Your face.
Oh, I agree. They added a crunch time feat where you could ignore the first level of exhaustion.
That'd be cool.
Like, yeah, I'm
Maybe
used to late nights.
without a colon.
Do you have a space between the colon and the 1?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take the space out and be it all 1.
Or maybe it actually has to be a test. So I'll do animal handling.
Double checking this real quick.
Nope. Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah,
You keep going, I'll look it up.
Yeah, because if I have to make a bunch of effects for each of the levels, I'll do that. But for now,
Just a -1, right?
Well, it is. What did I just say?
-2, I think.
-2 to your
Oh.
d20 rolls,
I'm
and
rolling at negatives.
-5 feet to your movement rate right now.
Okay.
Do you wish to continue?
Yes.
I need to see the top of this tower for educational purposes.
I have to beat Cal.
Are we? Wait a minute. We're still racing. I'm not exhausted, but you are.
I haven't stopped. I won't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
I'm catching up to you though, because you took off first, but you have less movement now.
I've rolled a 0.
Oh no!
Did we have to roll again?
exhaustion?
Hold on, I gotta roll again. Constitution, right? Which mouse?
Yeah.
Come back.
My roll was a 25. I assume I passed that one.
10 for
I'm at
Vora.
18.
19 for Quinn.
Laura, you stave it off this time. Lorelai,
I'm proficient in Constitution of all things. Kender are notoriously resilient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a +2, but
Al, you're fine. Gil, you take a second level of exhaustion.
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just a little tired.
So I want to test this
Uh-huh.
with Gil. I'm going to add another exhaustion one. Just throw out any skill that you're not proficient with.
We'll do oh shit. Con save then.
Skill.
Oh, skill? Fuck.
Well, save works too. Okay, yeah.
there
I
it
can
is.
just keep adding them on. Okay, cool.
Ooh.
So what
I'm
is it
dying.
supposed to be?
All caps exhaustion : space 1. And I mean, technically, you could make exhaustions 1 through 5, but
I could just
adding the 1 works.
Right. And it does -2 to the roll?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
that did my okay.
All right. So who had the 2 levels of exhaustion?
I did.
And Vora's got 1. Okay, you put that on her. Great. So yeah, that's it's not 18 minutes. It's not per minute. So it's not 18 checks. It's based on distance, so it's a different number of checks to get.
Is it 6? Am I going to die?
Potentially.
I love that.
The third section, as you guys are climbing, you can make another check, everybody.
Ugh.
Okie dokie.
Everybody that's not good.
12.
Those that are good feel fine.
13.
Ooh.
14.
Oh, I didn't.
5.
Oops. Man, you guys should really try getting carried.
So Lorelai, Vora, Cal, and Quinn, you're fine. Gil, you take a 3rd level of exhaustion.
You know, they say I was never the bookish, no athletic type.
Keep running, Gil. Keep running.
Yes, I can do it. I can do it. Oh.
I was looking to see if like restoration can help. I got nothing. No, yeah.
I just
Only
got
greater.
off it. I'm thugging it out right now.
The
So
4th,
you're currently at -15 speed and -6 to all checks.
the 4th level of checks, please.
Asel, are you
Did you do this
are you
18
going,
times, you
Asel?
said?
No,
I'm
not-
negative
not
1.
that was a
We're
5.
going
that time.
sub-positive.
Oh, no, I'm sleepy now.
Yeah.
All right. This time around. Ooh, damn! Getting a bunch of you.
Yeah, rolling a 2 is not very conducive to success.
Vora, Lorelei, Quinn, and Gil each get exhaustion.
It's my
Lorelai's
second.
just gonna lay her head on Azel's shoulder. I'm feeling
My
a little
ribs are really
eepy.
starting to hurt from all the bumping.
Miller, are you on your 4th?
Yeah.
He has 4 levels of exhaustion.
Excelsior, are you not climbing? What do you do?
No, I'm
No, we're
just
fine.
good.
We're good.
You
Good
what?
aligned,
He's good aligned.
creatures.
Oh, that's right.
Don't-
That's right.
Don't
He's
have
just walking
don't have
right
this
by
problem.
us,
That's
Yeah.
right.
just
I
rolling right
ha-
past.
Hey, Azel. Oh wait, fuck. Never mind. I can't do it yet. I'm not the right level. Never mind.
As my handstand passes Gil, I'm gonna on one hand reach out and grab them a mirror. Just take it from him.
Go ahead.
Come on, Gil, you can do it.
I
Run
can do it.
faster.
I can do it. He's like turning red.
That's
Purple,
red.
probably at this point, just purple.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't do this yet.
Listen,
Hold
if
on.
I die here, that's really funny, and I think we should let it happen.
You can't die here. They come and get you.
Not
can
if I die
choose
first.
You can choose to stop climbing.
Never.
I'm going to
I'm
at
going
like
to
so
outstubborn God.
I must.
at the first sign of sleepiness, I'm going to take my wine bottle off my hip and hand it over Azel's shoulder. Can you just like hold this really carefully, please?
Like always, of course.
Thank you. And then I'm going to bottled respite and go inside the bottle.
Oh, so that puts you inside an extra dimensional space?
Yes. So as an action, you can magically vanish and enter your vessel, which remains in the space you left, except he's carrying it, so it just goes with him.
I don't like the way he said that.
No. I just want to. She's no longer here.
Correct.
That's
So
an
therefore,
interesting way to put it.
The exhaustion isn't going to continue to affect her as you go up the stairs.
Until she
She's a
comes
genie
out at the
in
top.
a bottle, baby.
Yeah.
Comes up
So
at the top, makes 3 times.
Immediately, as soon as she goes into the bottle, I immediately uncork it and try and take a drink out of it.
Every time.
nothing happens. So inside her bottle, she can see everything. So like it's basically like a one-way mirror. So I can see everything going on the outside. I can hear everything going on the outside. But the inside of her bottle is like these really lush cushions. She's got some like low tables that she can sit at.
Like the I Dream of Jeannie bottle.
I've never seen that show, so I couldn't tell
Yes,
you.
you're describing it. Yes, you're describing it to the T.
You were describing it to a T.
Yeah, you were.
Those of us with gray in our beards can tell
Yes,
you.
can tell you.
I've never seen it.
Yes.
You're a cusp. You're on the cusp, buddy.
Gray in my beard. Mm-hmm.
all of the paintings she took from the last place we were at, she's
They're up
hung up
there.
in there. So
Nice.
she just lays down and just watches the scenery go by.
Watches
Fantastic.
Gil slowly die.
Sorry, buddy. If I was a couple levels couple levels higher, I would have taken you with me.
So you no longer have to make checks for now, and go ahead and roll me the 5th check for everybody else.
Oh, come on, buddy.
Oh, wait.
16.
Ouch.
What minus am I at right now?
Just roll it.
I did. I just rolled the dice instead of the.
Oh, you're -8?
Okay, I failed. I rolled a 13 minus 8, so whatever that is.
It's okay. I got a 6.
Oh.
Laura, you take another level of exhaustion.
I
And
take another level.
Gil, you take another level of exhaustion.
I'll go ahead and put that on you.
As soon as you hit that 5th level of exhaustion, apparating in front of you in a flash of golden light is a familiar looking creature, because you just played baseball with one, is a deva that just pops into existence in the stairwell and says, "I believe I should take you
Piss
down,
off!
sir."
Piss off! I'm
Run,
climbing.
Gil!
Ugh.
Faster, Gil!
Right. And he puts his arm around you.
I smack him.
You can't.
At minus what?
At this point, minus 10 to every d20 roll.
I'm gonna misty step further up the stairs. I can make it.
You really gonna misty step out of his arm?
I'm leaving. I'm gonna keep going. He believes in me. I can make it.
Who's he?
Our fearless leader.
So you
I'm
misty
urging him
step
on.
out of his arms and you up 20 feet, but then you're moving at such a slow pace that he just
I moved it like 2
behind
feet.
you. grabs you again.
Never.
Are you going to misty step again?
I can.
I'm asking.
Yeah.
So you're gonna just keep popping out of his arm?
Well, I can only do it so many times.
Exactly.
Can't
That's my question.
Are we seriously going to lose you on a flight of stairs?
I want to die here or succeed trying.
This is the hill I will die on.
This is the hill.
Literally.
Listen, I got 4 more spell slots. We can keep doing this if we want.
He does.
Gil, you evil bastard! Go back down!
No.
As soon as you stop immediately popping out of his hands with spell slots, so whenever
Okay, so I run out of all second and all third. Noting that down.
that's what you're gonna do. As soon as you can no longer do it, he just looks at your friend and he says, "He'll be down in the infirmary."
No.
And he
Don't let this bastard take me.
And he teleports with you.
Before he leaves, I just kind of like give the Deva a wink. Like, we don't know him.
That's gonna be hellish to try and sleep off, huh?
The only person that is Vora has 3 at this point.
Right. And that was the 5th level.
Yeah.
5th, yep.
So there's 3 more checks to do to reach the top.
I can't believe the angels would not let me kill myself.
I may be down there with you shortly, buddy.
That's okay. It's exponential.
So we can go ahead and just fast forward and do those 3 rolls for those who need it. So just do one at a time so that we can track it.
20.
13.
Al, you're handling this like a champ.
13.
Yep, you guys are fine with those 2 13s.
Oof, I'll
Except
take
for
one
Quinn.
more. That's my second one.
Oh, okay.
I got,
Listen,
yeah,
brother,
there was
should
a
I put
20
you
and 2
down?
13. No, I'm good. Just the ribs.
So Quinn has rolled his second of the 3.
Yes.
Let's catch up to him with Vora and Cal.
Okay.
Yes.
Catching up now. That's a
You're
20.
fine.
Did you need me
So I'm going to survive this stupid
Yeah,
climb,
do your,
but I'm going
do
to
your
need
next
some-
one.
I'm going to need
Vora.
ice for my ribs.
That's
Oof.
Vora
Welcome.
takes, is that 4 or 5?
that's my 4th.
4.
Okay. And everybody needs to do 1 more to get to the top.
17.
23.
It's gonna be so sad when Bora's on the last step and gets
Oh,
teleported
she
down
just
by a
made
demo.
it!
Oh.
You just DC 10.
Way.
You just made it. I
Yeah.
envision that as this is happening to you, all of you, each exhaustion level that has been piling on top of you has just been like waves of thoughts of the horrible possible grayish area things you've done in your life.
And there have been plenty.
Thinking
Right.
back
Kalen
to
is
that
whistling.
skeleton.
He's whistling a jaunty tune.
Galen and the undead guy are walking straight up up the tower.
Quinn is sort of leaning on his hoop pack at the top of the stairs and holding his ribs where they've been bashed against Cal's shoulders over and over again up the stairs.
As we get to the top, Laurel, I'll use a bonus action to pop out of the bottle and just like Are we there? Is it time?
Yes, I
So
think we are here.
As you come up to the top of the tower, you see that the stairs ascend to an open platform, which is surrounded by nothing but clouds. So, like where the place to stand ends, it's like you're on the roof of a flat tower, but the edges are all cloud. So you can see the edge, but you can't see beyond the edge. And in the center of this area, it is a gorgeous, lush, grassy park. Got several trees growing, some bushes. There are benches with lots of different celestials and humanoids that are just up here praying and being reverent. And you see a golden staircase that goes up 8 steps to a golden archway that is obviously the archway to Mount Celestia.
I just
It's
point the
gonna be really
Mimir at it.
It's gonna be really fun telling Gil what he missed.
You just hear faint screaming from all the way downstairs.
A mile away.
No!
Standing on either side of the golden staircase, you see 2 of these majestic-looking, bare-faced humanoids that are standing on either side with glowing, silvery eyes. They are obviously also celestial in nature, and they are obviously guarding the gate, as it were.
Hello.
Holding the Mimir out with both hands like a divining rod, trying to point to something.
Yeah.
The two guards, hold up their hands and say, "Can we help you?"
We're just resetting our Mimir.
They told us we could walk up if we were worthy, so here we are.
Yeah. Have you seen a robot that looks like this? And I'll cast minor image. Or not minor image, prestidigitation.
I'm afraid we have not.
Damn. Are you on this shift? Like, how long have you been on this shift?
Oh, we are on a very tight schedule. It's regimented. We only work 8 hours. They don't like to pay overtime.
I would like to look at their thighs.
Very strong thighs.
Wow.
You crush watermelons.
Yep.
Do they have like
mile walk every day.
do they have like the reverse gym bro physique? Their legs are just super strong and their arms are like
Little bitty
sticks.
bodies. Yeah.
What is wrong with your Mimir?
He's been tampered. He forgot stuff, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, he just doesn't remember certain areas.
And
So
when we went to Automata, we stood by the gate, and he sort of did a little reset thing. And so we thought, he would do that here. So here we are at this gate. They said, if you're worthy, walk up. So here we are.
And
Everyone that's worthy is here.
Worthy. And,
Every single person that's worthy is here.
They turn around and say, "Then you are welcome to ascend if you wish."
Just gonna see if our Mimir reboots, and we were looking for our friend Rome, who you haven't seen. Would it be weird if a Modron came up here? Like, that would be something you'd know about?
They typically don't seek to make their way to Mount Celestia. I have never heard of a Modron being drawn to our particular flavor of glory, as it were.
This Modron does a lot of weird stuff, it seems. We think he's broken. We're trying to find him so that we can bring him back and give him some help.
Interesting. Well, if I hear of anything, where can I reach you?
Well, we just got here and climbed the tower, so we haven't had a chance to get lodgings yet. We actually came straight here. We do have the walking castle out front. We might stay there, but we might stay in town. We're not sure yet.
Mickey 1.
What's that?
It's parked in Mickey 1.
Mickey 1.
Yeah, if you see like it's like a mile and a half way out there, that little speck.
Excellent. Well, if we see or hear from him, we will try to get word to you.
That would actually.
The
by all
mirror.
means- but-
Hey, Jeeves,
yeah.
am I close?
Are you attuning to him?
If I have to, I will attune to him up here.
Okay.
I'll go sit in the park and just talk to Jeeves.
Spend an hour kicking the grass. And...
Yeah, you can totally attune to him. And then, are you going to walk him up to the gate?
In that time, I
well-
use Arcane Recovery, recover a 3rd level, and cast Sending, and say, "They won't let me up the stairs! They won't let me up the stairs!"
So yeah,
To anyone.
I will attune to it, and then, still holding it like a fish, walk up to the gate and go, "Do it."
Yeah, so as soon as you walk up any of those 8 steps, he starts to, his eyes glow even brighter gold, and you could see that he is resetting. Similarly, although this one seems more holy in nature than the last one, which seemed more regimented and mechanical, this one seems like it has more of a divine feel to it. But as soon as you do, he says, "The city of Excelsior," and goes into a diatribe about the city, and it matches the research that you guys had done, and he has obviously reset the information here as far as that goes.
Hey, Jeeves, how high up are we?
You are approximately 1 mile off the ground.
And
Do you remember why your eyes started glowing when we got here?
I do not have recollection of my eyes glowing.
So as we're standing at the top, he said that there's clouds and like it's very ethereal looking, and
So in other words, like picture a building that exited to its rooftop, and the roof, you cannot see anything but the rooftop because it's surrounded, you are in a cloud.
okay.
Within the center of the building, you see a golden staircase to an archway.
Okay.
hey, Brandy, can you move the Warden Archon picture so they can see the Celestia or Excelsior behind it? Chat wanted to clear up the pictures. Thank you.
I would love to ask our warden friends. I know that this may seem like a long shot, but this Mimir seems to, or not the Mimir, this Modron seems to maybe be leaving clues for us. Have you seen anything that looks like this? And I pull out my card.
I do not recognize that card. We don't typically have much use for gambling here.
That makes sense. This is not used for gambling, though. This is more of a fate decider. Think tarot deck, as it were.
When you say that, they kind of look at you a little askance, and they're like, "We put our faith in real gods," and they point to the gate.
Understandable.
But to each their own, of course. Obviously, you have no ill intent with your strange ways, but
Nor do I follow that witchcraft myself. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It just, at this point in my life, seems almost inevitably tied to it, so trying to figure it out for myself.
well, we wish you the best of luck.
If I were to go through that portal, how easy would it be for me to get an audience with one of the gods?
Are you ready to ascend?
Are you threatening me?
That sounds like a loaded question if I have ever heard one.
As you've been up here, you've watched 2 people go through and no one come back the other way.
This a one-way gate.
So you wanted to meet your maker, huh?
Right.
So Vora was standing there kind of looking around and looks at the stairs going up and kind of really getting the gist of what that's all about. She turns around and starts to walk away.
Towards where?
Down.
Headed towards the stairwell to go down.
Mhm.
Okay.
She's very crestfallen looking, melancholy,
Okay.
and just without saying anything, just starts to walk away.
As you turn to walk away, give me a perception check, please.
Had to get the right mouse. Hold on. Perception. I'm good at that. Sort of. I still
Well, not
have
when
the.
you're exhausted,
That's
I'm about to
right.
say.
because you're
6.
exhausted.
Yeah.
So yeah, you turn and walk away. You're able to head back. I assume your intent is to head back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for Gil.
Okay.
I'm gonna set Quinn down and go after Vora. Vora, are you well?
As you chase after her, also make me that same perception check, Calstrick.
Right, sir? Perception.
Swear you'll rue the day.
21
Or not.
with a crit.
20.
Nice. So as you turn to follow Vora, you notice that there is one of the Hound Archons who you've seen as some of the guards around is sitting on a park bench and has taken notice of you and your group and has stood up and has started to cross across the lawn towards your direction as you're following Vora.
I'm gonna try to grab Vora's wrist and slow her.
Okay.
Vora, a moment.
What?
Are you well? You seem peaked.
I'm fine. There's just
You
nothing
do,
for us to do here. For me to do here. I'm tired.
and yet your lips look magnificent up here.
Well, it's all fake, so I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just tired.
Hold, I believe this one would like to speak with us. Do you recognize this hound?
Not
He
particularly.
looks like one who might have played with us.
Well, I was focused on the little kid. I wasn't really focused on that. I wasn't out there, but Bora's just very preoccupied, and she's not wanting to look at the stairs that go up. Like she's avoiding looking at that.
Are you pulling away and leaving?
No, I'm gonna wait, but
Okay.
I'm not gonna be real happy about it, and I'm gonna just
So-
kind of look anywhere but there.
All right, so I'll kind of stand protectively in front of Vora while this creature walks up to us.
So you see he walks up and gets within earshot and he says, I couldn't help but notice that you look a little peaked and tired. Are you okay?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, yes, of course. Have you seen these stairs? I ran a lot. I'm tired. I'm just tired.
I thought so. You are adventurers, yes?
You could call us that.
Well, perhaps I could interest you in a job.
So I get a little interested there. It's something to look at besides up there. What do you mean?
He says, I'm in a unusual predicament. I am an investigator in the local militia, and we've had some troubles of late that I've not been able to solve, and I think it has to do with the fact that I follow a very strict code. And I might need some help from others that don't necessarily follow the same code as me and my compatriots.
So people who are willing to maybe bend the rules?
Or look at things from an angle that I can't simply fathom.
Okay. What how can we help?
Are Superman and Lex Luthor teaming up?
Does that make us Lex Luthor?
Yes.
He
Have you
says,
seen Scott's head?
We have always been Lex Luthor.
he says, some locals have been disappearing from the city for weeks. My investigations have led me to a tiefling named Sincerity. This tiefling has been seen near many of the places where the people went missing. Recently, I saw her enter a garden, and an individual there vanished soon after. She is currently being questioned at our headquarters now, but unless the interviewers turn up something I haven't figured out, we have no proof to continue to hold her. I doubt my compatriots are going to be able to ask any different questions than we would, if you understand my meaning.
You need somebody who can question somebody and ask like the tough questions.
As I said, you look exhausted, and I know what it means to be exhausted after climbing this tower. And he
Gotcha.
kind of just stares at you.
So, kind of out of the corner of the eye, Kaelin is literally at the edge of the tower, holding the Mimir and having a conversation and looking down.
Like trying to look through the cloud.
Trying to look through the cloud, asking the Mimir, how fast would I fall? How long would it take me to hit the ground?
Yeah, you're getting very accurate mathematical answers to falling for a mile.
In D&D, you fall 500 feet per round. It would take 10 and a half rounds, and Featherfall only lasts 10 rounds.
Right.
I need to take a phone call. I'll be right back.
Sure. So
I'm gonna look at Cal, and because I'm sort of like done with I'm trying to break out of this conversation without disconnecting us from the conversation. So I'm trying to pass it off to Cal. Like you talk to the guy.
We will take this job. What does it pay? Or I should reverse that. What does it pay? We might take this job.
well, I can offer you a if you are willing to take on this investigation, and mind you, you cannot do anything against the law in front of anyone.
What do you say that?
So
Okay, well, I need to go back to standing at the edge of a mile-high tower and contemplating
moment.
jumping off.
Much interference.
I got it.
thank you. Go ahead.
It was accurate to the scene.
Kind of.
He says, I can offer you 2,500 gold pieces and
How valuable is this information? For instance, must this person's sincerity remain whole and unbroken?
I just need the people that are being disappeared to stop disappearing. I don't want my citizens to continue to be in danger. I need to solve who is behind this.
Understood. Vora is excellent at such a task. My name is Kalistrik, son of Bashi, son of Kalishak. You can count on us to remove the information from this sincerity.
I am Sergeant Varel, and I can give you access to sincerity in the questioning room, I can also give you Sincerity's home address if you wish.
Sure, I think that would be good.
Is it against the rules to go into her home before we question this sincerity?
Well, breaking and entering is against the law.
But do you have the key?
I do not have the key.
What if
Perhaps
it's
the window is open.
What if it's unlocked?
Yes.
I said breaking and entering is against the law.
But we wouldn't be breaking, only entering.
He
Understood.
said what he said.
Thank you, little one.
We will take this task. Little brother, you understood this entire conversation, yes?
Yeah, he was telling us what to do without telling us what to do, because he can't tell us what to do. He just asked nicely for us to help in the only way we can help him differently than he can help himself. So we will go help
Very
ourselves.
Let's go and get Gil, though.
I have my moments.
Caleb walks up holding his Mimir to this conversation and goes, "Oh, you're scary. Guys, did you know that if you jumped off, you would probably die?"
That's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
But not necessarily guaranteed. Like, I think Cal might actually survive.
Should we test it?
No. We have a
I
job.
kind of
ask you not to jump off the tower.
Guys,
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Who
not
are you?
illegal. That's not illegal.
we
I
have
will
a
not.
job.
I'm Sergeant Varrel. Actually, I would consider that attempted suicide, which actually is illegal.
So, we have a job, and we need to go down to do that job.
Are you a baseball fan?
We should probably get Gil.
I love baseball.
Did you watch the game?
What game?
The one the other day with I can't remember his name. He's got the angel name.
Jadiel.
Shariel.
Oh no. He was he playing against those hideous creatures for a soul?
Yeah, we won.
For who?
Not for a soul.
Not
for
you,
all.
a soul.
Oh, sorry.
Right. I see that I'm probably picked a good group of people to handle.
Do you know Shariel?
I know of him.
Can you tell him we said hi?
Sure. If I see him, I don't know that I will, but
Thank you.
So,
Where
how
can
are
we
you
find
giving
you?
us access to Sincerity?
well, if you come down to the police station, I have Sincerity under custody. I won't be able to hold them forever because, as I said, we have to provide charges or we have to let them go. That is the law.
Okay, we should go.
How long do we have to run errands before we have to come down to the station?
If we don't have charges figured out by morning, I will have to release them.
Understood.
Address, please.
No, it'd be quicker if we jumped.
Oh my
Please
goodness.
do not jump off the tower.
I can
I will see you
fly.
at the bottom, Caden.
Let's
The
go.
I can just see
paperwork
what-
I have to fill out would be terrible.
We don't have to do paperwork for any other thing. Come on, man. We are not automata. Please just let me go home after 8 hours. I can just hear the "I'm too old for this shit" under his breath.
So you get directions to the police station. You get directions to Sincerity's abode, which is an apartment in town.
Unfortunately, one of our invisible boys is currently laid up.
Can we get directions to the infirmary as well?
Mhm.
What? Oh, the one downstairs? Yes, that's right at the base of the tower.
Yes.
Did you have a friend not be able to make it?
Yes.
There's just a CVS at the bottom.
I knew I picked
A minute
the right
clinic.
group.
I mean, to be fair, though, he tried really hard.
Yeah.
Is there any other questions about the investigation you have for me?
I can
Why
work on.
sincerity? Why do you think? I mean, other than the fact that she was nearby, Why her? Is she like a wizard, or is she spooky, or is she just a tiefling? Like, I mean, she lives in Excelsior, right?
She has just been found around the scene of these disappearances.
So, like, she's not like the neighborhood like jerk, or she doesn't kick puppies. She doesn't cast like black magic or necromancy. None of
I
that stuff.
believe the only thing we know about her is that she occasionally volunteers to play music for a local youth theater.
Oh, terrible person. What an awful, awful person.
Well, like I said, I don't have enough evidence to convict her. I just know that she has been around. It's a hunch. I just need proof.
Perhaps she hasn't
I
done
can't
anything, but she knows what has happened.
I just asking questions.
Should
He
go
said
in
it
We
with
should
a-
be asking her questions, not this guy.
We have to go in
I
with a
went-
broad mind. So
I went from smart guy to smart ass. Like, wow. Fine.
let's go get Gil from the Minute Clinic. Come on.
Okay. You go down to the minute.
I presume these stairs are like circled around the entire pillar as it goes up.
Yes.
I'm walking straight down. I'm not wasting my time going
You're
around.
walking on the exterior of the building?
Yes.
Okay. So you go over the edge, and a couple of the guards come running over, and then they see that you're actually attached, and they're like, okay.
I turn back and I apologize profusely. I realize that we just talked about jumping off. I cannot fathom walking down these stairs again. It pained me walking up.
If I can fly, can I go with him?
We prefer not.
It's a really
But that
long
wasn't a
staircase.
no. I cast fly on myself and fly down. Yeah.
Watching
It wasn't
Lorelai
a no.
Watching Lorelai do this, I sort of get this little impish grin on my face and go running after her and leap off the edge.
See, if
Man,
you fall for
the
9
counter
rounds and
spell.
fly on the 10th.
The counterspell I'm about to cast is gonna go dummy.
Mine is not an actual spell. It's it's an ability.
Vora just sighs deeply, looks
All
at the
I'm
stairs,
saying
and
is
starts.
I don't have an alternate rolled up for tonight, so please don't murder me out of pocket.
I'm torn because
Kill me when
I know I will die. But Kalen has Featherfall and thinks he can do it. However, Justin knows the math that there's no way Kalen would be able to calculate the exact time he needs to cast Featherfall to not become a pavement pizza.
Right.
Galen, help me with Vora. We must take the stairs.
But, all right.
All right, so you all make it downstairs. You gather your friend at the infirmary.
He, quick note, fuming, looks the angriest you have ever seen a wizard could possibly be. He has been restrained on a bed.
I definitely use a minor illusion to show you just exactly what you missed at the top of the tower. It was awesome!
One
Gil,
fear.
it was so cool! There was like a staircase and there was like clouds all around. You couldn't see. We got to jump off! Like,
I just
Lorelai
cover
had to
his
jump
mouth
off the
and
tower.
guide him this way.
He slowly clambers with 5 levels of exhaustion onto his stick. And he goes, "You will have to tell me about it later, I suppose."
Quinn, you have a free attunement slot now.
Do I?
Yeah, I attuned to the Mimir.
Oh, that's
I didn't have
that
it.
was me.
Gil.
Okay, Gil has an attunement slot. The Mimir is now with Kalen, who is asking it every question possible. Imagine giving a toddler access to the internet.
Terrible twos.
All right,
No, that's into
so
that other card.
you get to the bottom of the tower. You gather your friend. You have a choice to either go to the precinct to question this suspect or to the suspect's home, whichever you wish to do first.
So I know that the Archon said that breaking and entering is
whatever else you
unlawful, but why would he give us her address?
Because he couldn't tell us to write. He just says, "Don't get caught."
He says, "You look like people who can do what I can't
Who can do things I can't do. Here's an address that I can't enter. Huh.
And legally you can't either, but here's the address anyway."
Anyway.
So the short story is the lawful good cop went to the top of the tower that's difficult for non-good characters to get to,
And waited for
someone to be exhausted on
the platform.
and then asked them to help him.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea.
To which we said, "Sure."
While that's
Absolutely.
happening,
As long as I can leap off your tower.
I'm going to crawl onto Aesol's back and just hook my arm onto him and go, "Can you carry me for the time being? I can't
What
move
the hell?
my legs."
That's my ride.
Not
He is
anymore.
5 right now.
If this is okay with you, my large friend.
So do you
I
have
am-
a preference
I'm
for-
okay with it. I do need to ask my compatriot if she is okay with it.
Boris speed is 10, by the way.
I suppose. But if there's
Ooh.
more stairs, you're getting down.
Okay. I will do my best.
I believe I have a plan. I would like for Kalen and Lorelei to go question the prisoner. I shall accompany. I would like for Quinn, in his invisible form, to break into the house accompanied by Aesol and potentially Gil, who possibly can be invisible still. Vora, it is up to you. Which one? Perhaps to protect the 3 in the home.
I'll go with them.
Excellent. We split the party. Let us go.
Nothing can go wrong.
And that's where we're going to refill our drinks, everybody. Let's take a break.
Oh, yes,
I love it.
Our fearless leader strike. I love how we are all like, yes, absolutely. Nothing he says could possibly. I'm sure
He
he's
knows
an actual fucking
everything.
genius.
Wait,
Like,
wait.
I think he,
The 4 people with exhaustion levels are going together.
Mhm. Yes.
Excellent. I love it.
We've
Hey,
got
Hey,
not
I have
exhausted.
one level of exhaustion.
the next to
I
dead
have
wizard,
4.
the depressed, unable to move cleric, the perfectly fine cleric,
Yep.
and, you know,
And you're sending 2 agents of chaos to question a witness.
Yeah, but you're the high charisma.
Yeah,
type.
we're the ones with the high charisma, yes.
I can't wait to play good cop, bad cop.
I can't wait to die.
it's
Or
fun.
bad cop,
Weird
worse cop.
Right.
Speaking
Bad
of
cop,
which,
worse cop.
now that it's
All right,
break,
go
I'm
get
just
drinks,
gonna
people. Go to the bathroom. Take
Yeah.
care of yourself.
See you in a
whip
bit.
something up
We'll be back
real
in about
quick.
10 minutes.
Bye.
gonna make. Yes, you've seen her room. You're
All
in
right.
it now.
We are back. We are Dicey Decisions with our Twist of Fate campaign. From our break.
No, Tab,
group
we're not
just-
talking about you.
Our group just ascended the tower to the gate that led to
The Spire and the Bear.
the Spire and the Bear. That led to Mount Celestia. That's the word I was looking for. And nobody decided to go have their epiphany and go to Mount Celestia permanently.
Thought about it.
But
Would have been fun.
they were confronted by a sergeant who is doing an investigation on some missing people. When you guys made it downstairs, the decision was made for some of you to go question this individual at the precinct, while the rest of you were going to go head towards her apartment and check it out.
Though, before we split up, I will say that I thought the point of being in her apartment first is we'd know more about what to ask her. And if somebody goes and asks her questions while we're searching the house, that advantage goes away.
But
So,
maybe it
it
works
might
be-
to gather unbiased information on both sides and then compare notes.
We have until the morning.
Like,
I'm just saying it might be a good idea for us to know who we're talking to before we talk to her. But I'm totally good with just going and breaking into her house too. That's fine.
I get what you're saying. That makes sense too. But,
I'm tired.
but
Either
Cal's-
way, I'm going in her house.
You can pick a lock.
Then let us
That's-
all go to the house first, and then we will come back.
I can knock.
How many hours is it until morning?
It's probably, let's say it's mid-afternoon right now,
Okay.
and he'll have to release her, 7 a.m. or 8 a.m.,
So we have like 16
Okay.
hours.
And if we don't sleep, Gil dies.
Not,
Yes, he doesn't
Oh,
mind.
well,
He's
no,
dedicated
it
to
is
the
true.
cause.
if he takes another level of exhaustion,
If he does not take a long rest, he gets
It's
another
okay.
level of exhaustion.
I can take it.
By the way, in the infirmary, they gave you a cookie and they gave you
I did not eat it.
water, but they will not actually heal you of your exhaustion because they figure it's there for a reason.
Wow.
Makes sense.
Regardless of
So
their
it's-
magical property or lack thereof, Gil did not participate out of sheer
I
frustration.
will not have your cookie. I will not drink your juice.
No cookie! No cookie! Did
Do
you,
not
give it,
patronize me.
did you give it to Elpis instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
That would kill him.
Why?
Elpis is a her, first of all, and Elpis is magic and beautiful and can have whatever they want.
That's true. But you can't serve cocoa beans to
Who
birds.
said it was chocolate chip? What if it was a
Well, the
sugar
good news
cookie?
is, it's not a bird, it's a fae.
Okay.
Since we're near the house, I'm gonna cast Enhance Ability, Intelligence on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to very weakly cast mage armor.
What kind of neighborhood is this? Is it a very nice one, like the whole city?
These look like, the whole city is relatively nice, right? Because
Mhm.
everything's well kept. This looks like it's not like the most ornate or richest part of the city, but it's not, you'd happily live here.
Yeah, no low lives around,
Right.
so I
So
don't have to stand guard out front.
so Kaylin, so you can pick locks?
Sure.
Okay, great. And I will kind of like concentrate for a second. My robes will sort of ruffle, and I will touch Kaylin, and we will both fade out of existence and become invisible.
All right.
This must be an illusion.
And I will spend a sorcery point to extend this, so this will be 2 hours worth of invisibility for both of us.
Most excellent. All right. So you find this apartment building. You find the address, no problems. What would you like
Just
to
walk
do?
up to the front door, pull out thieves' tools from the cuff in my wrist, and I will attempt to pick the lock.
Give me that. I believe it's sleight of hand with thieves' tools would be with advantage is the new rule.
Yep, 22.
Excellent. So it takes you but a minute. Click, 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 and you have unlocked the front door.
Yeah. I don't have a great feeling about this.
Mm-mm. I'm sure it will be fine. Don't worry, Excelsior.
What could go wrong?
Do you mind if I go in first?
Let the undead do it. Yes.
I think that's
Jitters
offensive.
isn't here. What are you
It's
talking
just
about?
true. I'm not trying to be
Yes, another
offensive.
door's open.
This is true.
Yeah.
Two invisible people
Two
picking a
invisible
lock.
people have been standing by the lock.
You might
So-
have heard a click.
I will roll that investigation check to see if there's traps.
Okay, go for it.
22.
You don't see any sort of sign of any traps or any odd tampering. There's not any, even there's no sign of any former tampering or break-ins of any kind with that check.
there-
It looks like a clean door jam.
Are there any lights on? Does it look like someone's home?
It does not look like anyone is home.
Great. Okay, just checking.
So in a flourish,
That nobody
And-
sees.
Invisible.
right. I'm gonna make it look like the door just opened. Like just push it like.
The door opens up. Inside, you see a small, cozy living space. It's got a kitchen area, a bedroom, a seating area for reading near the window. There is a. It's not. There is a section of next to the window. There's a terrace. There's a door that goes out to a terrace, which you would have been able to also see from the street. Looked very kind of mundane, not anything special. There's nothing ornate or attracting your attention of any sorts particularly.
Is the single story?
This is a 3-story. You are on the second floor.
Okay.
Does she have any like books or papers or things like that?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure. Oh right, I'm tired. 15.
Yeah. So you do find some sheet music that looks like it's for children's theater stuff that fits the story you heard about her, but nothing else of note per se.
How about the
is-
trap door with people hidden inside?
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. Just to make
Okay.
sure nothing's like glyphed or anything's hidden with magic, no invisible people, anything like that.
Once everyone is inside, I will make it seem like the ghosts close the door again.
You definitely don't see two invisible people.
Oh, there they are.
Shifty eye, shifty eye.
Two-
I see two oddly shaped globules of magic right there. And nope, that's just my cataracts. Never mind.
Shut up, you narc!
Oh,
So which of you has shoes with laces?
you do not find any auras of magic with your detect magic spell.
nothing magical here except for the two never mind.
Right.
So when Calistric mentions trapdoors, I will whisper right behind you. Let's look for them, and I would like to assist in looking for trapdoors.
Okay. So it's an investigation check. Calistric's doing it.
No, I'm not. I was just telling them to.
Oh, I will. I've already enhanced ability on investigation.
Okay.
22.
You go over the place with a fine-tooth comb. There are no hidden compartments in the walls or floors or anywhere.
No secret doors.
I'm going to go out onto the terrace. Is there a cellar?
As you open the door to the terrace, you notice that there are, in a pot hanging on the railing of the terrace, there are blooming lilacs. There is also a small cage that holds 8 creatures that look like this.
What are those little freaks? So
God, I wanna.
they are disgusting. They look hideous.
You shut the hell up.
You're not here.
I thought everybody was here.
No, everyone's
yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're all here.
You are here.
Right.
Um,
Out of those
I'm gonna go up and attempt to befriend them.
How so?
I will. These are in cages.
There is one
said-
cage with 8 of them in it.
I will go grab some of the flowers and bring them over. I will, not knowing what these creatures are, attempt to speak to them in Common and in Sylvan,
They look like
as they do look fey in nature.
They look like fey Teletubbies.
Mm-hmm.
We are next to Celestia.
Celestial.
So you speak in Common and in Sylvan, and they don't seem to respond any differently to either one or the other per se. They are obviously aware they're being spoken to, but there's no level of recognition or change in behavior from the actual words you say.
So, if I may, I had some time to think earlier and was able to gather myself. Let me, and I'm going to cast tongues on myself. And I'm going to look at the cage and say, hello.
So tongues means that whatever you speak, they hear
I'm
the
pretty
language
sure.
they understand.
Yeah, it's like I think it's a reverse complang, basically, right? Complang is like an understand everything. Tongues is like a parcel. I can speak everything.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
then
pretty sure.
Then I'll cast comprehend languages on myself.
Yes. I
Okay,
love this game of charades.
So when you say hello, they kind of give you their attention.
They're listening.
Are you friends?
They look at each other and they nod yes.
We don't fucking know you.
Okay, not my friends, of course. Were you put in here against your will?
They shake their head no.
Oh, okay, so you're just chilling then. Well, this feels like a waste of a spell. Do
Are
you
they
know about
pets?
Are you the pets of the person who lived here? Oh, do you know their name? And you can speak out loud, by the way. My friend can understand you.
They shake their head no.
How many
Okay.
people did
They can't
Maybe
speak.
they can't speak.
how many people did they say were missing? Do we remember?
He just said several.
Some.
Have you seen
They would have said he would have told you 5 people.
Yeah. Have
Okay.
you seen 5 different people come through this home recently with your friend, perhaps your master? No. Okay. Has your master seemed different recently? No. Okay.
Does your master ask them if they're treated well?
Are you treated nicely? You
Oh.
like your master. Your master's very kind to you.
Ask them if they were added one at a time.
Were you added one at a time or all at once? That's not a yes or no. Were you added one at a time? You added all at once in here? How? bump
Ask them if
into...
they were something else before this.
Were you other things before what you are now?
They kind of look at each other and shake their head no.
Now,
One of them gets
Do
like
they
a
know?
headache.
Do they know what they are?
I'm not going to get into the existential. Raise your little hands as many times as it takes. How long have you been with your master? How many moons or time cycles?
How many sons? Oh, we're having the grass conversation. It's crabgrass.
They kind of shrug.
Okay, not very good at keeping time.
Our master is a tiefling.
Is your master a tiefling? Not like me? Not with the horns?
Oh.
Not a tiefling.
Oh, when you show the horns, they go.
Oh, your master has horns. Okay, so your master is like me, like a tiefling.
Dragon?
With this sentiment, I'm going to glaze my eyes over. First, do an Eyes of the Grave. So my eyes will go white at first,
Okay.
protecting any undead.
Okay. There's no signs of undead.
My friends,
My eyes are then going to go purple, and I'm going to look for portals.
There are no portals.
Okay.
this is my last capability, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if tongues is concentration.
Let's look that up before you cast.
Wait,
I
wait,
don't
can you
think it
ask them
is.
if they want a new master?
Really quickly, do you want a new master? I think tongues isn't concentration.
Oh.
You don't want a new master? I want you to think really hard about what your master looks like, okay? Can you do that for me? And then I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts.
Oh. Interesting.
Mind Reader!
So does that
I get their surface thoughts, but if I probe deeper, I can learn more. But if I ask them to actively think about what they looked like, then it's up to you if they listen to me or not.
given the lack of complexity of the brain of this creature, I'm going to have to say that you have to probe deeper.
Okay, I'm going to legitimately say to this thing, I am going to probe deeply into your mind to see what you have seen. Will you allow me this entrance, my friend?
They kind of shrug because they don't really understand what that means.
I just extend a little finger to hold its tiny hand.
Well,
and
they're
I
in
go,
a cage. You haven't let them out of the cage.
Well, I can stick my finger through the cage, right?
It's kind of mesh covered.
Oh, okay.
They're tiny.
Then
Yeah.
I'll put my little finger up to the mesh and we'll touch fingers through the mesh
Glass.
and I will
Touch the
probe
glass.
deeper.
When you go to touch the glass, they move towards the cage thinking you're about to open it. They move towards the door.
Do you want to come out? I'll open it.
They're gonna attack your face.
So when you open
We're
it,
rolling for initiative.
they all fly up in front of you, and they
Hello.
hold their arms out towards you.
I'm gonna touch them, I guess.
They get very confused
Hug?
when you go to
Is
touch
this a hug? Are we doing a what is I'm going to read your mind now and I probe deeper.
Okay, go ahead.
That's you have to make a wisdom save against my DC.
Wisdom save.
Unless they choose to fail,
You
right?
fail, so I probe deeper.
Fail with a 6.
If they succeeded, I would have made them fail anyway. Little
So
bastards.
So with their arms held out, they're like, are they going to give me something? Are they going to give me something? This is when they give me something.
Oh. Then I'll hold out
That's
a
the
ration.
immediate. That's the deeper thought.
I'll toss a ration to them.
So you toss something small. He grabs it and flies off.
Oh.
And the next one is got their arms out, holding and waiting.
I'm gonna
Where are you
follow the
taking-
one that flew off.
How? They're flying off the balcony.
Oh, okay.
You can if you want.
So
No.
they're all
Tell me how
waiting.
you're doing
Okay, hold on. I actually
Or-
have something for this.
Parkour.
I'm going to take out. Do they look like they're capable of carrying a decent amount or not? Because did they just snatch a ration and effortlessly fly off?
I mean, I'm picturing this as a piece of beef jerky that you
Yeah,
can,
it's not huge.
right,
Bring
and they
them
grab it
inside
and go.
first.
So it's relatively small.
Really, I pull out a piece of paper. I write a symbol on it. I'm gonna fold that up. There's more, right?
There's 7 more of these creatures.
Gonna give that to one of them. That's for me later.
They grab it and they go.
I take an ink vial,
The
cork
same
it.
direction.
Same exact direction.
Okay.
I'm gonna take an ink vial, cork it, drill a really fine hole in it to where it's dripping every half second, turn it upside down, and give it to one.
Interesting.
Clever.
What do you have to drill a hole into an ink file
A
with?
dagger? I don't know. Magic? I'm a fucking wizard.
I'm asking, like that's
Unicorn
really
I
great
have,
idea.
actually,
A really great idea.
what
Do you
I do
the kind of
have
tools to
is
do
a
that?
narrow-nosed bird who just so happens to be expertly evolutionized to drill holes with a narrow beak.
Okay, so you use your familiar to.
Yeah, I just go.
These tools could probably do it.
That is
Invisibly, Kalen is tying a rope around his left wrist and hands the other end of the rope to one of the waiting things.
fun. I don't know if it's going to be able to carry you.
Not carry me. I want it to fly with the end of the rope, and I'm going to run after it.
Off the balcony.
Off the balcony.
While I give another one this upside
49-foot
down
rope.
Yeah.
So you're gonna jump off the balcony.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to follow where it's going.
and
Invisibly.
You're hoping that it's going to carry the end of the rope.
Correct.
Okay. So the question is, how much lead rope between the part you handed them and you is there?
I would give them about 10 feet.
Okay. So
The rest would be slack.
okay. So go ahead and make me a athletics check for the jump off the balcony.
Sure.
Meanwhile, I'm just drilling a hole.
14.
Yes, you easily make that athletics check and land as you are headed. So now there is a.
You hear a very small voice from somewhere in the room. Just to clear up the confusion, that was Kalen that went off the balcony.
Yes, I saw with my magic eyeballs that he jumped off the ledge.
So yeah, he.
It could have been either one. I just wanted to be clear. I'm here.
So I'll get back to you in a second, Kalen. Is there anybody doing anything else?
Just the vial for me.
So it takes you a little time to do the vial, and you hand it to one of them. They take it and go.
It's just dripping the whole way.
Yep.
You should have just
Are
asked one of
we-
them if they're going to their master.
Are you going to your master? Oh, well.
Well, I guess we're done here, and I'm going to pull out the lapis lazuli key, the rock that I was given,
Uh-huh.
and hand it to him.
Oh.
What does the key do? I don't remember it.
Oh, it opens the portal underneath the horse statue. The key is unimportant. I'm
Got
then going to cast locate object on the key.
Got it.
So we just follow that.
So
Okay.
I'm following that.
So
And I don't care. I am wall running. I am going up buildings as long as this thing is
So-
not getting outside of 1,000 feet of me.
So that's what I was gonna say. Is that the tricky part now with the invisible
Right.
Heragon at the end of a rope is this is a creature that doesn't have to adhere to height restrictions of going through town. So its shortest distance is what it's gonna go
Correct.
do. So you are gonna come up against situations where it's like, if you're gonna keep holding onto this rope, you gotta climb over that cart, and you gotta, you know what I mean?
Plus 10 acrobatics.
All right, so
Picturing
you're
this-
parkouring while
Right.
invisible through town. You are probably drawing some odd notices as odd things are happening with this rope being trailed through town.
And
But
boxes falling over randomly.
Right.
And then the massive undead elephant
I
walking.
was gonna say, crashing into fucking
up
walls.
the buildings.
Are you also jumping off the balcony and walking down the side of the building, or?
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not jumping. I'm just walking. But yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So what has horns but isn't a tiefling?
Dragons, devils.
No, there was
I'm
That's-
right here.
That's the one.
elephants.
We did say dragon, and the little bug shook its head. Do we have any more of the little bugs?
Satyr.
Yeah, there's more little bugs.
How many
right
did you
here.
send? You sent
We've sent 4.
4.
4, so there's
Yes,
still
So we got 4 little
four
bugs
others.
left.
They're all
Yeah.
waiting for
Reindeer.
something.
Right.
Caribou.
Ask them if her master is like a demon or a devil.
Is your master a fiend, demon, or devil? Oh, you don't know what race is, you innocent little bugs. You don't see that sort of thing. Is
Can you ask them if one of them would like to live with me?
this one would like to know if one of you would like to live with them?
I'll feed you.
They said they will feed you.
One of them kind of comes towards you and starts sniffing.
That is very unsettling.
Lorelai will pull out a little ration and
I'm gonna go over to one and whisper, "Beware the flying alligator that keeps company."
The cat.
Flying alligator.
I have a cat.
No, I know.
Hyperbole.
So they're sniffing. What did you say to the sniffing?
I said, "Beware the flying alligator."
No, what did Lorelai say?
Oh, I'm just holding out a tiny piece of ration because I told it I would feed it if it wanted to live with me.
So it takes the ration, it smells it, it looks at you, and then it flies off with the ration. That
Bitch.
That was a no, it would seem.
I hope it hits a windshield.
Oh, well, you 3 remaining. Let me think. Is your master very smart?
That's subjective.
That's true. Has your master been planning anything recently? Are you hiding any evil plots?
Ask them if any new people have come around recently
Any new people come around this place recently
that aren't us.
that aren't us?
Oh.
So there have been others beside us. 5?
They can't count.
You don't know how to count.
Did you like those people?
Did you like those people?
Did they seem nice like your master?
They seemed nice.
Were those people happy to be here?
Were they happy to be here? Ooh.
Oh.
There's some evidence right there.
I don't
Yo,
think
show
bug testimony is going to hold up in court.
You never know. With angels, you never know.
Listen,
Uh,
eyewitness testimonies are already pretty poor. I think bug witness
I don't know.
testimonies
The
are going to be.
Celestials are crazy.
Ask them if they
Look,
know where those
compound
people
eyewitness
went.
testimony is even better. That's so many eyes.
Did those people go somewhere deeper in this home?
I think all those ice creams have gone bad.
Deeper
Can you
in
throw
the
them out?
home?
Deeper somewhere nearby.
Not the mochis. You don't have to throw those out.
You're
are,
not
Show
muted,
us where
Justin.
they went.
are there any rooms you're not allowed in?
Are there any rooms you're not allowed in? No. Well,
Can you show us where those people went?
can you show us where those people went? Oh, you don't know where they went. Where was if you could fly us, where was the last place you saw those people? Here, on the balcony. look around the balcony for any signs of anything magic, weird. I look over at the floor. I look anywhere nearby for anything strange at all from this position.
I look off the balcony and see if there's any weird splats on the ground.
I'm gonna be looking under, like inside, looking for like clothing that looks like it doesn't belong, or
Those of you that are doing these looks can make perception checks.
I'm going to keep asking while they do that. When they were on this balcony, did they vanish? Were they taken?
Oh, I'm EP, 2.
Do you know what happened to these people on the balcony?
They point back into the apartment.
They went back inside. Okay.
I rolled a 9.
Were they tied up?
8, sorry.
You don't find anything. Your clothes all seem to fit the description of a medium-sized humanoid person, female in gender.
Well, we know that they brought people who didn't want to be here. I think the bugs are at the end of their knowledge rope, which, they're bugs. They've done their best.
Honestly,
They never said anything about people who didn't want to be here.
I thought they did.
Yeah, they did.
We asked them, were they happy to be here?
And they said no.
Were the people that were here happy to be here?
Right.
Okay, that's fair. That
They
could be
said
anything.
no.
Right.
Were the people that were here unhappy to be here? Okay.
Did they appear distressed or hurt?
Did they appear dull and unresponsive? Shit.
Did any
Do
of
you
them
have
come more
names?
than once?
Oh.
They shake no at having names.
Oh. Oh,
Did the
that's so
people
sad.
did the people that come here come with your master one at a time?
Did they
all
come all at the
together?
same time?
In a group? Did we lose it?
Now, what does that mean, little bug friend?
They didn't come all at a time, but they might have come together. Like some of them came together at once. Maybe is what I'm
Like a
interpreting.
little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Right.
Okay.
Onesie, twosie.
Now,
Yeah.
so they came here alone, not with your master. That's interesting. Were these people poking around this house like we were?
Ask them if the person who lives in this apartment is their master or no.
Is the person who lives here your master? Ooh.
Oh.
They are bringing this stuff to their master.
So the
Let's,
person
on that note, let's cut to the other two that are heading following these two creatures.
interesting
We've
developments
learned so
with the
much.
bugs.
As you are headed, you realize that these creatures are headed out of the city. Are you going to continue going?
Yeah.
Okay. So you head out of the city.
I'm trying to be as politeful as possible as I'm walking, but I am taking a direct line.
Yeah, and you have locate objects, so you're able to
Give it some
follow
leeway,
along,
yeah.
right?
Hey, Scott, can I say one thing before you switch off? As soon as we determine that, Calistric fucking leaps off the balcony and tries to track him down.
Athletics check.
I just realized, holy crap, they're all alone.
Well, if anyone wants to carry me, I have a 5-foot speed, so I will be making my way because my ride left.
So you twist an ankle
Pass
as
over
you
tea kettle.
you twist an ankle as you
Actually,
land, and you
I'm
take
gonna make that a
5
16.
points. Oh, okay. So so you're about to fall, and then all of a sudden your feet just land right underneath you somehow.
You did great,
Take it.
Cal.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And so how do you intend to track?
Well, I know that there's
You have a
a
direction.
I know there's a jumping Haragon knocking shit over. I'm gonna
But
just
he's invisible.
Follow the
Right.
ink that's trailing the floor.
I'll look for ink and I'll look for knocked over boxes and attempt to follow.
Survival check.
Okay. Hey, I'm proficient in that one.
The ink paid off.
16.
Easily done. You're able to follow the ink droplets that are going, and obviously some merchants who are picking up boxes off of their carts that they don't know how fell off. People scratching their heads and whatnot. So you're able to continue to follow, but you are a
Okay.
little bit behind them.
All right,
So-
cut away from me.
As you guys are headed out of the city, you realize that you are headed just outside of the city. There is a bit of a marsh, is the first bit of land that it's headed towards. So it starts to get soggy, starts to be very lush outside and overgrown, and it's headed into the marsh.
Once it hits the marsh, that's when Kalen will stop and wait. Because he knows that they're going to follow eventually. That marsh is where he's waiting, at the edge.
Okay. And the first person to come along would be a soul who went right after you. So eventually you see a soul is kind of marching directly in the path you came from.
Soul, wait here.
What?
Let's not go into the swamp by ourselves. Something
Are-
nefarious is going on.
Are you my conscience?
Yes.
Doesn't invis only last a minute?
But
No, 2 hours.
It's
He extended it to 2 hours.
It's like,
It lasts for an hour, and then he extended it to 2.
okay.
Kalen, I'm invisible.
Oh.
You and I have never really sat down and chatted.
Yeah,
Anyway, we should wait here.
I don't know if now's the best time. I currently have a bead on my ebony fly, whatever we're calling this. I'm worried that if it gets out of range, we won't be able to find him.
We have a direction. I'm worried that whatever we're going into might be more than the two of us can handle. But you know what? We're the good ones. Let's go.
At about this time, give me perception checks from the two of you.
Sure. The only two good people have left Excelsior.
Yeah. 24 for a soul.
8.
So, a soul, as he says this, you notice the first little one of these sunflies was blue, and that was the one that grabbed the piece of ration.
Mm-hmm.
They are flying directly back the direction you came from without the ration.
If I had to guess time-wise, how far would they have traveled?
Probably another couple hundred yards into that marsh.
Okay.
That gives us a good estimate.
Yeah.
And as you're waiting a little longer, you see the second creature, whatever item that I don't remember.
That's the
order.
rope. I just yank it.
Was the rope the very second thing?
No, it was
Yeah.
a piece of paper.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was
piece
my
of
little.
paper,
The piece
ration,
of paper.
piece of paper, then the rope.
Then
Right.
the rope, then the ink.
Right.
Then
So
Oh
the
yeah,
you,
when it drops the rope, we have a direct line.
yeah.
That's true.
So, yeah, the last 49 feet, you have a direct line to where it dropped the end of the rope. So eventually, again, the second one, then the third one comes back. Then you hear coming behind you, you hear noise coming out. Calistric basically pops up.
Okay. You're fine. You're well, correct? Okay.
Yes.
Where is Kalen? Kalen, are you? Where did he go on? Let's go!
I'm right here.
Oh shit.
I know locate object only lasts 10 minutes, but from where we are, do I still have a bead on it if there's still time left?
There is still time left. You are getting close to the end of that time, but you have a direction. From
Okay. So I know it's within 1,000 feet of me.
Correct.
That's okay. So then I'm
And-
comfortable sitting and waiting here.
And you have seen the creature that took it from you come back and head back to
Yes. Yes. And now it's no longer moving?
the
Or is it
object is
moving?
no longer moving.
Okay. That is good to know. I will then agree to sit and wait for the rest of our party members.
Later.
So Bora and Gil and Lorelai and Quinn, what are you four doing?
5
I'm-
foot every 6
I'm-
seconds.
I'm gonna actually take is the cage like one of those like old school bird cages that you can like kind of hold with
But
the.
it's got like a tight mesh on the inside so that these very, very tiny creatures wouldn't get out.
Okay, can you tell them that I'm gonna put them back in this cage and ask them to lead us to their master from the cage, like just point in a direction?
Are they here with us?
There were still 4 more left. They were
I
waiting
think-
for you to give them stuff.
I think we have 3 more. I think.
Oh, 3. Well,
Well,
whatever.
it's the 3 in the picture. Would you get back in the cage? Is that something you would do for me?
They get back in the cage.
Oh, you are so very kind.
I'm just gonna hold the cage. All right, have them point us towards the master.
Point us towards the direction you would fly to your master.
They just give you a cardinal direction.
Sick. I'm just gonna start walking. I'm not jumping off this fucking balcony.
No.
I'm going downstairs.
You guys are so fast. Ooh,
Don't you have like tensors or something? Like the
not
disc
today.
thing? Oh.
No, because
I need it.
Turn that on a Misty Step. Health slots on Misty Step.
Spent
We're
all
just-
my spots teleporting.
We're just hanging
I-
on to each other, slowly going along.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Well,
I
Hey.
will. Oh, what a waste of a spell slot.
Hey, wait.
I will sort of sigh and touch you, and you start to hover a little bit, and now you have a 60-foot fly speed
Suddenly,
For ten-
Galen appears.
for 20 minutes. So
Oh,
now you can move. Now
I
you can
will-
move.
down
Caleb
at you.
appears. Right. Concentration's broken.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Yes.
And-
So we now appear.
There
And
you are.
after we leave, I make sure to lock the door behind us.
Okay.
Good idea.
Not a problem.
I will
Um,
ask why we didn't just rent a cart or something.
When Kalen becomes visible, it's right in Calistric's face, making the most ridiculous faces, and he doesn't realize that he's visible yet.
I'm going
Zip your
to
pants up. That's disgusting.
Oh,
fly under and sort of grab Vora
What are you
because
doing?
I know Vora is also slow right now. But now that I have this 60-foot fly, I'm going to pick up Vora and say, "I will meet you all there." Look in the cardinal direction the bugs were pointing and just pew, zoom over the city and follow the ink that was splattered.
well, I
Thank
guess it's just
you.
you and me, buddy.
I guess we're walking.
Yeah.
That was my last. That was the last time I could do that today.
Aw. Well, That's okay.
We're gonna
Um,
stumble into some horrible
Right.
boss.
The question is, are you all out in the swamp waiting for your friends or not?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
So we get like 4 short rests.
Yeah. So there is some time. You do see all the bugs that were sent with items have gone into the swamp and come back out empty-handed. And you guys on your travels through town realize you are headed out of town, and you see all of those creatures head back.
As they're flying past, they just
We
go,
have the
remember to
cage."
get back in the cage, and
Yeah,
I
we
fly
have the
past
cage.
them.
Right. So as
Yeah, I
they're
have a
flying
cage.
past, are we like holding? We can hold up the cage to like. Are they coming to us, or are they just going past us?
They're going back to the balcony.
hmm.
They're not necessarily.
They okay.
Going
So
to
they
the
don't
cage,
care
yeah.
that their
That'd
friends
be
are in the
enough.
cage. They
Right.
don't does okay. And that's that
Interesting.
tells us something. Yeah,
Even
exactly.
if I let them know with my beautiful.
What do you say?
I say, remember to get back in the cave.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, with my level of exhaustion, it sounds like her.
I got a fucking cage.
Who knows? It could be good. Let's see.
It's not.
Negative
Really
7.
not.
Yeah, all they hear is "fuck
Wow.
off."
They fly faster back to the balcony.
I don't think I've rolled so low in D&D before.
Ever.
I didn't know it
Kalen,
was
pretty good.
possible.
After recovering from making faces, is going to reach in and pull out his Mimir and shake it like an 8-ball and go, "What's in this swamp?"
You should screenshot that.
I
-7.
don't know what this swamp holds.
What denizens lie outside of Excelsior?
Well, there's a number of denizens that would lie, and they just start randomly listing creatures and creatures and creatures.
Narrow that down to denizens outside of Excelsior that would be in a swamp land and have horns.
Okay, so they come up with
Catoblepus.
yes, is that right? Like there's several animals.
Haters. Yeah.
Right.
Kalen is trying to narrow it down with what limited information he has.
Catoblepus. That's what it is.
As you enter,
That's a
following
deep cut, man.
following your trail, the first thing you find as you're following a soul's locate object is the end of your rope. The end of your rope is still inside the tree line, but as you follow it a little further, you see that it opens up into a clearing in this boggy swamp. An enclosed wagon sits in a soggy dell outside the city of Excelsior. It appears to be made more of mold and moss than timbers. Instead of wheels, the wagon rests atop what appear to be 6 giant rolled-up pill bugs. A rickety door stands at the rear of the wagon.
Huh, that's unsettling.
And you'll notice that your end of your rope is dropped on top of a little crate, and sitting on top of that crate are all the different items that you guys handed the different bugs.
I pick up my empty ink vial.
So you're walking up to the crate.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
I'm just asking.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
what you could see from the tree line, right?
I
Kalen
don't
is
walk,
following his
DM.
coiling
I
it up,
fly.
and then he gets to the crate.
Okay.
Or approaches the crate. I'm not saying he gets to it, but you tell me if I get to the crate.
That's fine. You can get to the crate.
I will kind of look around for any other objects that seem to have been left here.
There doesn't seem to be any other object left on the little crate in addition to the ones you guys sent. There's nothing currently there.
How
I'm going
big is
to.
this cart? Is this a cart that is just like a regular ox cart type deal? Is this like a camper van size? Like how many of us could fit into this little wagon if we tried to get in, right?
I would say all of you could fit inside.
Okay. So it's like a circus wagon type of
That's a good estimated size, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to walk over to the crate as well and do my little eye color changing, doing Eyes of the Grave, and looking for portals.
So Eyes of the Grave or portals or both?
Eyes of the Grave first, then portals.
And Eyes of the Grave lets you know about what?
As an action, you can open your awareness to magically detect undead. Until the end of my turn, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet of me that isn't behind total cover and isn't protected by divination magic. So 60 feet looking for undead.
You do not sense any undead within 60 feet.
Okay. Then I will try to use my Scion of the Outer Planes. Is that the one? No. My Planar Wanderer, that's the one. You know the direction? No, where is it? Moreover, as an action, you can detect the location of any portals within 30 feet of me. So, and then 30 feet, are there any portals from the crate?
There are not.
Okay. That answers those questions.
Can I want to listen and try and determine if there's someone inside or movement inside.
Give me a perception check.
Seven.
Hard to tell. There's noise from like, standard bugs and whatnot in the marsh.
All right, so I go open the door because nobody's inside.
Alrighty then.
Here we go.
My perception said there was nobody inside.
Yeah.
And thus.
So you
Thus.
go to the back of the wagon. It's just a couple steps up. As you step up and you open the door, you hear a voice from inside saying, "I wasn't expecting visitors." And that's where we'll leave tonight's session.
Uh-oh.
A good thing most of us are exhausted.
Yeah.
That 5th level exhaustion's gonna treat me well in whatever this is.
So everybody's homework. Go ahead and roll up in another character.
I'll be fine.
done.
I'm gonna say, I'm chilling. I've only used one spell slot.
Out
Hags
of
is
spells.
This
5th
is
level
fine.
exhaustion.
Hags don't have horns, right?
Sweet.
Pretty sure one of the worst types of
Why,
hag
in
actually
fact,
does.
I believe night hags have horns.
Yeah.
Good news. Good news. We know one of their coven members is already detained.
That's true.
Anyway, that's where we'll end tonight's session.
See you
We will
next week.
pick this up next week. Wait. Next week is the Friday of Thanksgiving weekend. Are we good or not?
I am not.
I probably won't be here.
That's up to the one who's in charge of that.
You'll be here. You just will be on a different computer.
I'll just sit next to you.
We could.
Justin, were you good?
Yeah.
Sean's good. So we may not have Corin, we may not have Amanda. So we'll probably go without the two of you and continue on.
I'm
Damn
sure
it.
the hag fight will go great in
Lor-
that case.
Lorelai's just gonna see the hag and then just dive into her bottle and be like, "Let me know how
Literally.
it goes."
That
You're
thing's
too gross.
disgusting.
Peace
Goodbye.
out.
All right, everybody. We are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. Check out all of our content is up on our YouTube channel. We also have a campaign that Jack runs on Monday night, which is
And it's
our
spicy.
Zeros to Heroes. We just had a major event happen this past Monday.
Yeah, it was rough.
No spoilers, but it was rough.
It was so rough.
And we'll enjoy checking that out. You guys are playing this week, right, Jack?
Yep.
Great. All right. So take care
One
of
thing.
yourselves. Oh yes.
I found a great looking tabletop role playing game that goes for like an hour or two. It's called Axolotl with a Gun. And it's just a fun spirited tabletop game. I'm probably gonna pick it up because my kids want to try it out. So the next time we have a break and we want to do a one shot, we can all be axolotls with guns fighting robots.
That sounds amazing, actually.
That sounds like a lot of
That's
fun.
like that's a bucket list item for me checked off. Like, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
Same.
honestly, yeah.
I'm gonna be frank.
Also, so everybody knows, we are officially into the new DMG as well as the new Player's Handbook. So that is on our Fantasy Grounds as well. But one of the things I'm going to be looking into over this next week before our next session is the Bastion rules, because you actually have a Bastion. So we might as
You're
well
welcome.
start doing that and using the Bastion rules and seeing what that does, because it supposedly like gives you guys cool stuff.
Nice. Thanks, Lorelai.
We like
Awesome.
cool stuff.
Woot woot.
All right,
We're all
everybody.
gonna be dead anyway.
That may be true. Good night.
Good night,
I'm sorry,
everybody.
we have replacements.
Bye.
Good night, folks.